Actually, there's something up on that hill too. Looks like an aluminum tripod. Hope there's no snipers up there. Well, here I am. This is like my first day, I guess, of my little camping trip I'm going to take out in Arizona. I am outside of Kingman, Arizona, and it's freaking cold here. Last night had a tremendous windstorm with lightning and sleet and snow. Still see there's a little bit on the ground. Higher mountains have quite a bit more. I'm actually headed down to another area, Las Vegas, Nevada, which is about 4,000 feet lower than here, so I don't think it'll be quite as cold down there. I had to sleep last night because I've been driving for like 3 days. But I'm actually on my way to another spot, and I'm driving about 12 hours a day to get here, and did that for 3 days, and now somewhere where I can just drive off into the hills and camp and not have to sleep in a parking lot of a hotel or a truck stop overnight, which I don't mind doing because crawl on the back, go to sleep, wake up at 3 a.m., hit the road again. So it works out pretty good for me. But last night it was much more fun being out here. Looking out across to here, you can see there's some beautiful hills. Looks like there might be mine over there. I'm not sure if that is or not. But yeah, what a cool place. But we're moving on to the flatland. If I make it. I got to get out of here and go someplace warmer. So I'm on this little dirt road. This is just a Forest Service road back in the, I think it's BLM probably, Bureau of Land Management land. You can camp anywhere back on this government land. So beats parking and sleeping in a parking lot. That's like one of the few places that you could actually let somebody pass right there. So let's kind of move on and we'll get up to our next stop, which is really our first stop. And hopefully it will not crash and burn on this road. Gosh, I haven't even had breakfast yet. I just had a couple cups of coffee real quick just to warm my energies up from last night. Man, it was windy last night. Wowzer. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to worry about scorpions in this weather. I brought my flashlight though, so we'll do a video if we can. Alright, we're making her. Woohoo! So we finally made it to our destination. I've been on the road driving behind the wheel for about 40 hours. Not straight, I did sleep at night. Anyway, where we are located is in Nevada, just up from, or just down from Las Vegas, which is, if you can see through those rocks, you can see the buildings of Las Vegas, about an hour away or so from here. Anyway, the reason I'm here is, and the reason I drove all the way out to Nevada, is I want to search for a fellow YouTuber named Kenny Veach, who disappeared in these mountains some 8 years ago, 10 years ago. Don't remember the exact date. But anyway, one of the last videos he made up this valley. And so what my goal is over the course of the next 2, maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days, is I'm going to try to get into Kenny's head and figure out where he may have gone. Now, he's up here somewhere. He left his phone on a mine entrance up here, and that's the last anyone's ever seen of him. Now, some people suspect he may have got lost up there, fell in a cave, broke his leg. I don't know if we'll see much, but we're going to try to figure out what happened here. You see the mountains are kind of socked in with clouds. What we're going to do is hike up this valley to that saddle right there. I think that's our destination. We'll look at a few things on the way, and if we see anything interesting, we'll stop and look. Pretty good, well-worn path here. I made it probably 2/3 of the way up or so. Pretty much a straight hike, 1 or 2 stops to catch my breath because, boy, I tell you, I'm out of shape, dude. I want to show you something kind of interest, though. Look down the valley. There's that, well, there's big mountains in the back, but the little mountains. You can kind of see a little shiny. That's my truck way down there. It's actually a lot further up here than it appears to be on a map or even when you're looking at it. Anyway, so I'm hiking up here, and I got some binoculars with me, so I'm kind of scanning around. But if you take a look over there, kind of in that V, you can see a weird colored thingy. It is a man-made something that's like almost like a desert camouflage of some sort, and then there's a flat thing off to the side. No idea what that is. It's maybe something to do with mining, maybe something to do with military. I don't know why they would be like camouflage looking. I'm not going to go over there today because I just want to get up on top and sit by the that mine shaft where Kenny was started his last video that he published. Just so I can do that today. Then tomorrow morning, bright and early, we're going to hike back up here, all the way back up here again, And we're going to do another hike, except we're going to try to follow Kenny's trail. I got his video downloaded on my phone, and we're going to take it step by step. We're going to look for the M cave and any sign of Kenny. But anyway, let's keep going. We'll look at the tailings and anything else that is in this valley as we go up. Just a quick observation before I forget. As I was glassing that camo looking thing over there, it looks like there might actually be a camera on the side of it. We're on a National Wildlife Refuge, so we're fine being here, but it kind of looks like a camera on the corner of it. And also, if you look here, you see this kind of plant right here? The old timers will tell you that wherever you see these things out in gold bearing areas, this is a real good sign to look for minerals like gold and whatnot. Now these could be old gold prospects. For some reason I'm thinking they might be uranium, because right after World War II there was a mad search for uranium, and they say that every mountain and every state out west had a uranium miner on it, you know, with a little Geiger counter looking for the mother lode, because if they could stake a claim on it, they could sell it to the government. All right, let's keep going. Some sardine tins. See, these aren't like super old. These aren't like the turn of the century stuff that you might find. So it kind of lends credence to this being like a World War II or just after World War II era mining operation to me. That kind of opener. This is part of the wood stove here. That's the flue part where the exhaust vapors, I'm so tired, would come out. The smoke would come out, and I'm suspecting that flat spot is where they probably had a cabin. Lots of detritus in here, mostly just cans. And the reason I got you back out, I think, is another mine prospect. I thought we'd go over here and just take a quick peek at it together, in case there's something amazing in there, like a giant gold nugget or 5-pound hunk of uranium. I'll have to get a Geiger counter, man. That'd be awesome. I'm gonna be going crazy out here. Yeah, so this is another prospect. You see where they started digging. I think I'll be up there in about I like to say half an hour, but at this rate it might take an hour. We're not too far away. Basically it's right in that gap right there. Another quarter mile maybe, and half a mile. I'm getting really close to the top. I'm gonna have to admit to you though, I had a little nap on the way up and it was glorious. I was laid on the bank there with the sun shining on me. It was just wonderful. I don't know how long I slept, but probably no more than half an hour. Anyway, kind of interesting view. Truck is down that way, but if you look off in the distance there, you see a road that like snakes its way up the mountain. I'm not sure what road that is, but boy, I tell you, kind of gives you an idea of the scale of distances out here. Ah, wow, that's a long ways away, man. All right, not too much longer. If I can manage to get up there without taking another nap, we'll be there in probably 15 minutes. Yeah, I believe that's it right there. You can see in that gap, there's like a thing sticking up. That's the only man-made thing I've seen out here, besides the weird camo thing down at the base of the hill, which I think what we might do is actually check on the way back down, if we have enough energy. We're almost there. Oh, burp the baby. We're almost there. It's been a heck of a hike, man. Every step has been uphill. The reason I turned the camera on is I wanted to show you this. There's a little tin. There's any gold coins in there. I don't hear any. Yeah, that's a little, I don't know if that's like a tobacco tin of some sort or what. But yeah, so we're getting closer. I just wanted to throw that to you, in case I don't have the energy to turn the camera on once we get up there. Man, it about wore me out, I tell you, just to hike up here. A lot further to go, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do that tomorrow because I need to acclimate a little bit to this. Sitting in the truck too long. Of course, been winter back home. I haven't been get out much. Well, after quite a hike, we finally made it up to the mine shaft, and this is where Kenny Veach made the beginning of his MK video, and this is where they found his cell phone on the day he disappeared. I guess it was the only, I don't know if it was the only thing up here. Maybe they found a pack somewhere else. I'm not sure. I can't quite remember the story, but this is where it begins and where it ends, really. What we're going to do is I'm going to look around a little bit. Now, Kenny kind of crawled over on that thing and looked down it, but I'm not even going to bother right now. Don't have a flashlight anyway, but that just looks too shaky to me. It's a little, well, maybe from this side. Yeah, I'll save that if we maybe tomorrow we'll look down it. It's all collapsing on this side too, and it's all falling down in there. There's another hole down here. Let's go look at that. Well, we'll look at that in a minute. When I came up the valley, I came up on this side. So I figured less people would have come up when they come up here to look around. They probably don't come up that side. I'm gonna go back down and just follow the main path down though. We'll look at that little pile of gravelly stuff down there. That's either another mine shaft or it could be some ore from here. This black rock is very curious. I guess it's sulfites of some kind. Oh wow, it's heavy. I can barely pick that thing up. That's a heavy rock. Wow. I would never have guessed that in a million years. But they're all like that. I wonder what they are. I'm not really like a geologist or anything, so I don't know too much about that. That's not near as heavy. This one was though. So this is probably some type of, wow, I can barely pick that thing up. Some type of ore. That might be why this is kind of in a pile right here too. That might be something they were going to keep, I don't know. Not sure what that is. Don't see any gold in it. See some little crystals. The thing with gold is, I see some green in there, so that's usually malachite or copper probably. Yeah, that's interesting. That's metamorphic for sure. Interesting rock. All right, let's look at this stuff real quick. What do you say? Looks like another mine adit over here. Not adit, but a pit. Let's see what this is all about. Yeah, okay. This is some of their waste. Some jerk put that up here. That's not that old. Yeah, so they were digging here, I guess, because they saw this rock, maybe. Watch out for snakes down in here. Of course, it could be out today because it's actually in the sun. It's warm. So you can see where they were digging down through this stuff at some point, and they gave up on it. And they moved to that other area where the deep shaft is, which they gave up too. A little thing here. Let's go look at this real quick, and then we'll head down the valley. But I'm gonna keep my eyes open for things. Ooh, that looks wild. Come on, look at that. See all these freshly broken, well, freshly broken, it could be 60 years old, but so they were digging in here for some reason too. They thought there might be a reason. So there might be something in here, but they gave up pretty quick, didn't they? I wonder what they're after. I guess we could look it up. Back down the hill we go. To a frosty cold beverage. So there's that little weird spot that we saw from up on the hill. God, it looks like it's... Whew, smell the fire. The whole thing looks like it's like charcoal or something though. I wonder what this is all about. It's like a perfect little landing pad. I wonder if it was like a UFO landed there. Isn't that weird? Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, a lot of these little black rocks is like a perfect little circle. Hey, something's on the ground over here. Walked right over it. Yeah, I get, you know, could probably used to drive up. You can't anymore though. What's that little thing? Oh, somebody's tent stake. Yeah, we'll carry that out of here, I guess. It's a really lightweight one, man. That's like aluminum or something. Yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna go up over the top and hook off to the left. So hang in there. It's not quite over, although you probably wish it was. Nah, you don't, because you wouldn't still be watching. So I'm probably about a third of the way down the valley, and I'm just coming right down the wash, which is very, very easy walking. So this is the way I'm coming up tomorrow. But looking down the valley, trucks down around the bend, but look at that cool little hole in the rock right there. Eek, I don't know if you can see it. That's kind of interesting looking. And there are some weird caves, like a nice little cave entrance up there. So we're coming upon that alien autopsy site that I was telling you about. The thing is, I would never have seen it if I hadn't been like way up on the other side, kind of looking down on it. Because from the valley coming up, I mean, you just can't see it. It's right up in here. That's weird. That's just like a cul-de-sac, like an end, like a dead end. Cul-de-sac. I guess what do they call it? Box canyon. There you go. Cul-de-sac. All right, let's go check it out. I have to turn you off for a minute because I'm down to about 27% power on the GoPro, which is not good. Now this is really bizarre because I'm in the canyon. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say I can't see anything, but I can see a slab slab looking thing over there. I don't know what that is, but there's something else over that next hill that is very mysterious. I don't know, man. Something very strange going on here. I hope someone at least finds a GoPro, makes a little video and puts it up there, and it's the last days of the Chigg. This is weird. I mean, what in the world is this? That is so bizarre. It's like a flat, I don't know, it's like concrete. And there's this thing here. But I mean, look, man, it's like in this little box canyon. And I wouldn't have seen it except I was on that far side going up. So I could see over the lips here. There's a really weird structure I can't see yet over the top of this thing here that we'll check out together. Must have been an old mine or something in here. It's the only thing I can think of. What's that? Wow, what is that? That's that weird thing I was telling you about up there. It looks military. Oh, it looks like a little camera. What is that? I'm not gonna get any closer just yet. I'm gonna put my binoculars on those things to see if they're like cameras or sensors or something. And if they are, we'll sneak around behind them. Okay, here's what I see. There's definitely 3 cameras there, like trail cameras. There's one on the right, and there's 2 on that camouflage thing. 2 are pointing that way, one's pointing this way. So I think we can walk up behind them, no problem. Only thing I can figure, this maybe not be an alien autopsy site, but might be some type of watering system for the wildlife, because again, this is a wildlife preserve. I don't see any water. That certainly looks like a tank, a water tank of some sort though. There's no tracks. I don't see any human footprints coming up through here. That could be down there, but a lot of animal tracks coming up through here. Let's go look. Let's go see what that is. Hopefully, yeah, that's some type of watering trough. I don't know. That's weird. Look at that. It runs down into there, into this tank. So I don't know what that's all about. I actually did stop at the visitor center, but they were closed. I'm going to try not to trip any cameras because I don't like to have my beautiful mug on trail cameras. Right, Marty? All right, so I'm going to stop here. Better see that one, too. It looked like there was a post up there, but it might just be cactus. But I'm going to go ahead and scan all this with the binoculars again, and then we'll move in closer. Actually, there's something up on that hill, too. Looks like an aluminum tripod. Hope there's no snipers up there. Well, the aluminum tripod up on the hill, there's actually like an old Lechigia stock that's dead and bleached out. So let's go ahead and see what we got. I think there's a watering trough here. This is probably for the wildlife, and the wildlife biologists have these cameras. Yeah, a few human tracks here. I'm not going to get out in front of the cameras though, but we'll look at them from a distance. That must be water tanks of some sort. I don't know what that is though. What do you think that is? Maybe it's some type of solar array for pumping water? I don't know. But that looks like a watering trough right there. See the cameras pointing down at it? Huh. I'd love to go look at it, but I see you. DNWR. I don't know if you heard that thumping noise. That's the bombing range off in the distance. All right, well, I guess we'll just leave it alone. I'd love to look at it, but I don't want to get in front. Oh, I gotta put my hat over it and go look. I don't guess that's against the law. I'm not really opening it up. But one thing I do notice, you always have to look for in cameras, is there's no antennas on them. So that means that they're not broadcasting live pictures of somebody's cell phone. Yeah, you can take that for what you will, but I want to go see it, but I don't want to trigger it. Okay, we'll go ahead and leave that alone. I'm just going to assume that's a watering area. If you haven't looked at that again with the glasses, that's not a solar array. What that is that's just a big pad that will catch rainwater and get snow and stuff. Funnel it down to the bottom. I can see a pipe coming out the bottom of it. That's a big square thing. That's all that is. It's like a big roof, basically, a big tile roof to catch water. I suspect if the wildlife center was open, the visitor center, they would probably say don't mess with those areas. Because the wildlife they need the water. So all right, so the sun's going down and it's about 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's head back to the truck. What do you say? We'll see you tomorrow. Back up on the hill. We're gonna do the M Cave hike. It's gonna be a good one.
Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady.